Okay, so I'm going to show you how I found my very first coaching client. And it was pretty quickly after I got started. This is what I did. So I went to this online place, this online community, and you're going to have to figure out which one is best for you and where your people might be. So for me, I was already in this group called Alpha. It's not huge. But it's women in Alpha's a place. What do they call it? It's women in tech and women in careers. And it was a forum I was already in. And while it's not specifically for business owners and founders, those are the people I coach, it's all sorts of different women who are having different issues and questions. And so I like to be in places where I stand out. I don't get the most value from being in places where there's 5,000 business coaches trying to tell everybody that they're a business coach. I get the most value out of standing out. So you're going to have to look at what is that for you. And so I'm going to show you the thread of how I got my first client. Okay, so here it was. This was July 2020, almost 3 years ago. And what I did was I would go to Alpha and search. Here's what I still do is I go to Alpha and I search newest posts and fill in the blank. Okay. So wherever you are in this you could use this in Facebook groups too. So I go to, if you're in a Facebook group, and you could look for most recent posts. I showed you in another video how to search specifically for what you do in Facebook groups, because sometimes Facebook groups, if you're in huge Facebook groups, that's what you want to do. But I used to go to, on Alpha, I used to go to the ones, there's categories. So I used to go to the startup categories, but then I realized in this group, there's not that many posts. So I go to newest daily and I see what people are asking. And if they're asking, oh, okay, this is totally one that I am all over, looking for exit strategy advice. Okay, that's a good one for me. I'm going to answer that when I get off this video. So I'm going to show you the one example of how I closed a client using this method. So this person asked a question that is relevant to what I do. I coach business owners and startup founders. So you can see she had a question. She's in a catch-22, and I replied. Okay, and notice I didn't have my website yet. I didn't even have a landing page, and I did not have a Calendly link. So that's, for all, if you're feeling like you have to get everything together before you start selling, that is absolutely not true. When I replied to this person's post, I did not even have a way to take in payment. Okay. So I answered the question though. And then I said, and then I had a call to action. So my call to action here is message me or ask here if you have more questions. I'm also happy to have a phone call to talk this through with you. Now, today, when I answer questions, I usually put my link. And usually when I do this, the person who I'm addressing books a call with me, and other people do too, because other people are reading this. Okay. So you can see, then we messaged, we got on a call, and she hired me that day. Actually, no, not that day. She said, I need to think about it. And then the next day she said, I absolutely have to do this. And she has a testimonial that says that this was the best investment in her business. And this was a $5,000 client. And I said to her at the time, I don't know I even said to her, I'm building out coaching programs for startup founders. I don't know what it looks like. but this is what my experience is. So not saying that you have to use those words, but I'm saying it does not, the important thing is starting to share what you can offer and trying it and seeing what happens. And this is what launched my coaching business. So that's this is the other way to search when you're searching for not necessarily exact words, but when you go to form, it could be Reddit, it could be Facebook, it could be Reddit, it could be other places where people are talking in your network, or even in different networks where people are looking to find what you do. Say you do video production, or say you do thought leadership articles, then you might want to be in a place with marketing, with CMOs. So you want to find a place where your people are talking and asking each other questions, and then you can establish yourself as the expert. Now, what happens in alpha is I get tagged when I don't even see a post. So the moderators know, they've gotten so used to me answering these posts, and this literally takes less than 5 minutes a day. So the moderators, Inya, this person is a moderator, and she tags me. So you can see here, maybe Diane Prince, and then this other person have an answer. So I've established myself here as an expert in this group, and I get, this is a really good way that I get clients. So consistently, whenever I need new clients, I go on here and on the daily, and I reply to questions.